country illegally. That is amazing.
Good day, viewers, and welcome to yet another episode of Government and Public Service Reports on Atlantic Television Network right here in the city of Port Harcourt. News, events, and stories abound in the state system. ATN's appetite for in-depth, unbiased, and factual reportage is the driving principle for this program in order to bring government activities to the people. Now let's go through the highlights of today's report. In Lagos State, government and Ghanaian firms signs MOU on solid waste management. Federal Capital Territory Authority moves to destroy impounded vehicles. And Federal Executive Council adopts Orosanye's report for implementation. Let's take a very short break, and when we return, we go straight to the details. Please stay tuned.
From the line across the ocean to the land beyond the mountains, through the Sahara, we bring on-the-spot news, live analysis, expert discussions on trending stories in politics, business, socio-economy, sports, and documentaries. So catch all the updates on the happenings around the globe. Stay focused on the fact today, only on ATN.
People into the country illegally. That is amazing.
Honorables,
you human
on the point of order.
Honorables,
They are not picking our calls. They made up their minds.
So no agreement with the EU, but
Good to have you back, and now we dive into the details for today. Rivers State Police Command said it is investigating an alleged attempt by a woman to sell her 5-year-old son in Port Harcourt. It was gathered that the woman identified as Onyinye took the boy to a popular market in Bishop Okoye Street in the Mile 3 axis of Port Harcourt on Saturday. Drama, however, ensued when some traders confronted the woman and realized her true intentions, which she attributed to hardship. The traders, who doubted if the child was hers, however, took the woman to the police station to report the matter, leading to the latter's address. When contacted on Monday, the spokesperson for the State Police Command, Grace Iringekoko, confirmed the incident, saying that the matter is being investigated. A premature baby was discovered in the front of a female hostel at the Ignatius Ajuru University of Education in Port Harcourt. It was gathered that the male child, who was covered with a cloth and was dropped by an unknown person on Saturday morning. Some students who spoke about the incident said that the baby, who is between 6 and 7 months old, was dumped at the Rumolumini campus of the university in the Obiakpo local government area of the state. Another source alleged that the mother of the baby could be a student who wanted to get rid of the child. When contacted, the spokesperson for the university, Dr. Ngozi Okiridu, confirmed the development but said that it could not be ascertained if the child was a student. Okiridu, however, said the matter has been reported to the police. On her part, the spokesperson for the State Police Command, Grace Iringekoko, said that she saw it on the social media but was yet to confirm the incident. The executive chairman of Emoa local government area, Honorable Chidi Lloyd, said his administration is ready to support the primary healthcare programs to improve the well-being of the people at the grassroots. Chidi Lloyd, who disclosed this during the official commissioning of the primary healthcare residents doctors annex, said the council will continue to provide infrastructures that will impact positively on the people.
Yes, we have been able to provide for all of them. The reason we are doing this, the other day, Professor Chitro Oluwene was here, and he said to us, he doesn't think that a lawyer should be doing this. But what the prof didn't know is that to be a lawyer, you need to know half of everything. So as a lawyer, I also know half of medicine. And I know that primary health care is the bedrock of health service. It must be something that will reach the people at no distant time. That is the essence of primary health care. So when we looked around, when we came on board and looked around, no primary health care facility seemed to function in the local government, especially within Ebowa and Obakiri. So we thought out this project. And like Victor said, when we got here, I hate to say what I meant. What is important is what I will leave when I'm going. But all of what Victor said, I adopt as my statement. We didn't see any of those. And I told the story of how I was the first person in the local government who took the coronavirus jab. I didn't know where they brought the vaccine from. They met me in my village, Apabu. So I decided to stay in Apabu to take the jab, just in case anything happens. So they won't be looking for ambulance. And I said to my wife, take the jab. She said no, that she won't take the jab. Now both of us will not go the same day. They said, after 6 months, that I will carry on. Then let her stay back and take care of the kids. I said, what if nothing happens? She said, no, you don't experiment with this kind of thing. But because I had an election coming, and we were doing everything possible to hold the people, so I took the jab. But I had my rosary in my pocket. So, and I prayed my rosary. I said to God, whatever this is, if it is going to be toxic, I turn it to water in Jesus' name. Amen. You know, people say Jesus performed miracle of feeding the multitude with 5 loaves of bread, right? Wow, my counselors are in the spirit. 5 loaves of bread and 2 fishes. After they ate, how many baskets remained? Just wait. 12.
The executive chairman of Emowa local government area, Chidi Lloyd, also thanked also those who contributed immensely to make the idea a reality.
And I want to thank all of you. I came in not quite long for the commissioning, but before I got here, everything was in place. Even while I was on phone with Dr. Kachi, I came in here and we were set for the commissioning because I have a wonderful team. I have a team that can drive this vision even if I'm not there. So it's left for our people. When you want to choose now, choose rightly. Because you cannot afford to have anybody come here under the guise of politics, under the guise of being chosen, and you choose somebody, just as my father would say, if you have size 9, now the council has moved to size 13. We cannot have anybody less than size 13.
The appeal court sitting in Port Harcourt has granted an ex parte application to 10 representatives from the Rivers State senatorial districts led by ANAB's Sarah Igbe. The application sought to serve court processes to factional Speaker of the Rivers State House of Assembly, Martins Amehule, and lawmakers who defected from the People's Democratic Party to the All Progressive Congress via substituted means. The three-man appellate court led by Justice Oluwayamisi Williams Dawodu also approved an ex parte application for an expedited hearing of the suit filed by Sarah Igbe and 9 others representing Rivers' sons and daughters. The suit seeks constitutional interpretation regarding the alleged inconsistency of the directives for the resolving of the political impasse in the state with Section 1 and 2 of the Constitution of Nigeria. The claimants additionally seek clarification on constitutional provisions, including whether the president has the legal authority to instruct the governor to represent the 2024 budget to 24 lawmakers led by Amehule, even after their seats were declared vacant during their defection. They also inquired about the resubmission of nine names of commissioners who voluntarily resigned, while Justice Williams Dawodu directed the court processes to be served on Amehule and 24 lawmakers through WhatsApp or by affixing them to the wall of his residence, and adjourned the case to April 8, 2024 for the commencement of the hearing. Sarah Igbe said that pursuit is for justice, which he believes will contribute to the conscientious governance of Rivers State, while this is coming after a Rivers State High Court sitting in Port Harcourt, presided over by Justice Chiwendu Nwogo, declined jurisdiction to entertain the suit, referencing the judgment of Justice James Omotosho of the Abuja High Court that nullified activities of the Edison Ehe-led faction of the Assembly. Coalition of civil society organizations in Rivers State has dragged the Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara and the House of Assembly members to court over the defection of the lawmakers from People's Democratic Party to the All Progressive Congress. The chairman, Rivers State Civil Society Organizations, NFR George Will, told our correspondents that the coalition is asking the Federal High Court in Port Harcourt to interpret the Section 109 of the Constitution as to whether the lawmakers should still retain their seats after defecting from the political party that sponsored the election. George Will questioned the intention of the lawmakers in modifying certain laws of the state and why they had to change the law after having enacted the same laws to empower the former governor, Nyesom Wike. George Will argued that even the president had no right to interfere with matters in courts. Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara has reconstituted the governing councils of two tertiary institutions in the state, the Rivers State University and the Ignatius Ajuri University of Education. A statement signed by Dr. Tami Wenike Danagogo, the secretary to the state government, said that Governor Fubara appointed Honorable Justice Melio Dele, retired, to be the pro-chancellor and the chairman of the governing council of Rivers State University. Governor Fubara also appointed Barrister Mela of Foribika, Chukuma A.J. Chinwo, Adata Bill Briggs, Dr. Jonathan Nimi Hart, Ngo Martins Yellowway, and Dr. Robinson N. Ewo to serve as members. The governor also appointed Dr. Nancy Wankwo, Dr. Igoni William Park, and Obubu Samuel Barisua as members. For the Ignatius Ajuri University of Education, Governor Fubara appointed Adokie Amiesimaka as pro-chancellor and chairman, while Dr. Ibo Okidim will serve as member. Governor Fubara also approved the appointment of Professor Jason Osai, Professor Ijoma F.V. Apo, Dr. Akabwe Johnson Godson Ugochukwu, Mrs. Meme Gogo Adiare, and Honorable Dominic Sata to serve as members. The statement said that the appointments take immediate effect. Chairman of the Caretaker Committee of the All Progressive Congress in Rivers State, Chief Tony Okocha, has alleged that there is the dearth of governance under the Governor Siminalayi Fubara-led People's Democratic Party and the government. Speaking on a wide range of issues, Okocha warned that Rivers State cannot be a dumping ground for a clueless governor. Reacting on Atlantic Television Open Conversation, a socio-political analyst, Comrade Churchill Wale, maintained that Governor Fubara is yet to unveil his political master plan for the state.
Governor Fubara went to court. There is so many other parties went to court with him, challenging his emergence. And that ended up a few months ago at the Supreme Court. But since then, I believe that immediately you are elected, let me take, for example, when His Excellency Chief Barrister E.M. Wike was elected governor of Rivers State. He understood the plans, he understood the anchors of Rivers State. Immediately he was elected. That is the reason why some persons look at it and say politicians are not good people to lead. But politically and otherwise, so far as governance is concerned, if you don't know the looks and cranny of the state, you can't be a leader in the state.
On his part, a security expert, Jackson Lekon Ojo, urged politicians to support Fubara's administration for better governance, no matter the perceived political flaws.
And in that, Tony Okocha too, because Tony Okocha painted his political tent with Sim Fubara against his own, the candidate of his own party, which is Tony Eko. And now, you are now calling him clueless now. And our brother here are saying it did not come with any manifesto, any template. It did not come to campaign on the podium, on the platform, across the state. Who caused all this? They were shading him off. Because what they were looking for that time, they were looking for a stooge. They were looking for somebody that they will use as remote control. And that is the reason why they were not looking for a smart person. They were not looking for somebody that have ideas. They were not looking for somebody that even without ideas, they want to inject ideas into him and to test him if he can run with the idea. They were looking for somebody that when they get to the government house, they continue to use him as a remote control. Eventually, the guy did not. The guy turned out not to be a remote control. And today, he refused to continue to do according to the biddings against the goodness, development, and growth of the people of Rivers State. They want a situation whereby Sim Fubara will continue to serve years or weekly. You like it or not, today in Rivers State, Sim Fubara is the political leader.
In a significant legal development, a court of appeal in Port Harcourt has acceded to the prayers of Rivers Elders and Leaders Forum. They sought alternative means to serve court proceedings and procedures to the Speaker of the Rivers State House of Assembly, Martin Amehule, who stands as a defendant in a case challenging the legality of 25 members of the Rivers State House of Assembly, and himself after the campaign from the People's Democratic Party, under which they were elected in 2023 elections. This decision comes after an ex parte order was initially dismissed and a case struck out by the state's High Court in Port Harcourt was granted during the first hearing of the case, alongside a motion for accelerated hearing. A lead counsel to the appellant, speaking to journalists after the court session, emphasized the necessity of the motion, citing an alleged refusal by Martin Amehule to allow court bailiffs to serve court summons. The court has adjourned further hearing of the case to the 8th of April 2024, marking a pivotal moment in the legal battle surrounding the status of the decamped members of the Rivers State House of Assembly. And there's more news, but don't forget you can connect with us and watch us on ATN socials, Facebook and YouTube, Atlantic Television Network, Instagram and TikTok, Atlantic TV Network 1, X formerly Twitter, Atlantic TV Net, and watch us live on our website, atlanticnetwork.tv. In other stories, Bayelsa State Government has reiterated its commitment to working assiduously for the continuous peace, stability, and development of the state. The Deputy Governor Lawrence Erujabo stated this on Monday, February 26, while speaking at a special dinner organized in honor of some stakeholders of Bayelsa West Senatorial District at his lodge in Government House, Yenagoa. Erujabo noted that the Governor Doye-Diri-led administration will remain focused on completing all ongoing projects and embark on a new economically viable ones to achieve job and wealth creation. The Deputy Governor vowed that the administration will not allow anything, including the ongoing legal action filed by the All Progressive Congress candidates in the November 11, 2023 governorship elections, Timi Pre-Silva, to distract its attention. He called on all well-meaning Bayelsans, including the opposition elements, to join hands with the government in expanding the frontiers of development in the state, rather than embark on a wild goose chase. Erujabo, who expressed optimism that the People's Democratic Party and its candidates will be victorious at all levels of the legal battle, stressed that the 2023 governorship election was won and lost fair and square. The Vice President of Nigeria, Kashim Shettima, on Monday flagged up the Light Up project in Enugu as part of federal government's efforts to improve energy supply to industrial clusters in the southeast region. At the event were the Governor of Imo State and the Chairman, Southeast Governors Forum, Senator Hope Uzodimma, Governor of Enugu State, Dr. Peter Mba, the Governor of Anambra State, Professor Charles Chukwuma Soludo, and the Governor of Ebonyi State, Honorable Francis Nwifuru. Shetima described the project as a transformational journey and renewal of hope for industrialists and investors in the region. The launching of the project was in collaboration with the Niger Delta Power Holding Company, NDPHC, and its partners. While noting that the light-up project was dear to President Bola Tinubu, he assured of the determination of Tinubu's administration to improve power supply to industrial clusters in the southeast. Earlier in his welcome address, the Managing Director, Chief Executive Officer of the NDPHC, Chiedu Ubo, said the event provided an opportunity for the business community in the southeast zone to interact with His Excellency, the Vice President of Nigeria, adding that it marked the formal launch of the southeast phase of the strategic collaboration between NDPHC and other project partners to provide steady and reliable electricity supply to industrial and business clusters across Nigeria. The Lagos State Government and Jospon Group of Companies, Ghana, has agreed to transform waste management in the city. Memorandum of Understanding was signed on Monday, February 26, by the Commissioner for Environment and Water Resources, Tokumbo Wahab, and the Chief Executive Officer of Jospon, Joseph Agiepong. The MOU will see to the establishment of a material recovery facility to reduce downstream pressure at landfills. It will also ensure compact and mobile transfer loading stations to replace current stationary plants and reduce waste at pressure points such as markets. The agreement will be perfected through the Lagos Waste Management Authority and the Lagos State Wastewater Management Office to see an overall improvement in waste management. Wahab noted that the agreement marks a significant milestone in our collective journey towards transforming the landscape of waste management in Lagos State. Agiepong, in his remarks, described the problem of environmental sanitation as not a matter of convenience, but a cornerstone of public health, as stipulated by the Sustainable Development Goals 6 of clean water and sanitation. He lamented that regrettably millions of the citizens continue to suffer due to inadequate access to infrastructure, proper sanitation facilities, and water treatment facilities. Agiepong assured upstream operators that there are plans to support them with equipment to make their work more effective and efficient, since Jospong's focus is on downstream waste management and not collection. Kogi State Police Command has rescued 16 kidnapped victims in the state. This was contained in a statement issued on Monday by the command's public relations officer, SP William Aya. Aya said that the rescue operations was consequent upon the kidnapping of 11 passengers from Peace Mass Transit bus and 5 others from a Sienna bus along Ete Enugu Izike Road on February 25, 2024. He added that efforts were ongoing to apprehend the suspects and bring them to deserve justice. The State Commissioner of Police, Bertrand Onoha, while commending the Joint Security Team, reiterated the command's determination to sustain the ongoing onslaught against criminalities in the state. He appealed to the people of the state for their continuous collaboration with the police and other security agencies in ensuring adequate security of lives and property. Adamawa State Police Command has deployed officers and men to secure the safety of lives during the protest planned by Nigerian Labour Congress. The command, which announced this on Monday, cautioned members of the public against violent activities. The command said the measure is a bid to reassure citizens of its commitment towards ensuring their safety during the nationwide protest scheduled for 27th and 28th February 2024. He stressed that the State Commissioner of Police, CP Dankombo Morris, has deployed operational and manpower assets to adequately ensure a hitch-free conduct of the processes of the procession across the state. The statement also said that the command, in collaboration with sister security agencies in the state, will not hesitate to halt any individual or groups that may willfully hide behind this peaceful protest to cause a breakdown of law and order in the state. Nasarawa state government said plans are underway to shut down unregistered and unknown non-governmental organizations across the 13 local government areas of the state. The state government further announced plans to establish regulations aimed at enhancing the operations of the NGOs to tackle the issues of having dubious individuals parading themselves as NGO owners in the state. Commissioner for Special Duties on Humanitarian, Social Services and NGOs, Margaret Elayo, disclosed this at a press conference in Lafia on Monday in preparations for the inaugurations of the inaugural NGOs Day in Nasarawa, which will take place on Tuesday, February 27th in the state. The commissioner further reiterated the state government's commitment to collaborate with genuine NGOs operating in the state to touch the lives of many residents who may have been marginalized in their respective communities in the past years, while urging the non-governmental organizations in the state to implement more vibrant, people-oriented projects that align with the aims of the Sustainable Development Goals. Elayo called on stakeholders in the state to join hands with the state government in achieving its laudable objectives for the residents. Zamfara House of Assembly on Monday suspended 8 lawmakers for alleged misconduct, conspiracy, mischief, and illegal sitting. Speaker of the House, Bilyaminu Moriki, announced the suspension at the Assembly's plenary in Gusau on Monday. This followed a motion moved by the majority leader, Bello Mazawaje, PDP, Safe East. Mazawaje said the lawmaker's suspension was permitted based on the violation of the Assembly's Order 10, Rule 9. According to him, the suspended members on Thursday broke the doors of the office of the clerk and the sergeant of arms at the Assembly and conducted the unlawful sitting. He further said that the lawmakers also blocked some members from gaining access to the Assembly chambers. The Speaker ordered the lawmakers to agree with the motion to suspend the 8 members for alleged contempt of the House, conspiracy, conducting illegal sitting, mischief, and misconduct. Contributing to the motion, the Deputy Speaker of the House, Adamu Aliyu, described the attitude of the lawmakers as unfortunate. Aliyu said that the lawmakers must be sanctioned to maintain law and order in the legislative process in the state. Chief Whip to the House, Rewanu Marafa, described the conduct of the alleged illegal sitting by the lawmakers as a disgrace to the Assembly. Marafa called on his colleagues to take disciplinary actions against the lawmakers. However, Minority Whip to the House, Nura Dahiru, urged the leadership of the House to ensure a thorough investigation into the matter and ensure justice and fairness. The suspended lawmakers include Bashiru Aliyu, Aminu Keta, Nasiru Abdullahi, Bashiru Masama, Faruku Dozara, Ibrahim Tokoro, Shamsuddin Hassan, and Bashiru Sakin Zango. You are watching Government and Public Service Reports on Atlantic Television Network. We will be back after this short break. Please stay tuned.
People into the country illegally. That is amazing.
Honorable
You human
On the point of order.
Honorable
You
On the point.
on them. They are not picking our calls. They made up their minds.
So no agreement with the EU, but
people into the country illegally. That is amazing.
Honorable
You human
On the point of order.
Honorable
On the point of
They are not picking our cause. They made up their minds.
So no agreement with the EU, but
people into the country illegally. That is amazing.
Honorable
You human
on the point of order.
Honorable
On the point of
They are not picking our cause. They made up their minds.
So no agreement with the EU, but
Welcome back to Government and Public Service Reports on Atlantic Television Network here in the city of Port Harcourt. Now to the rest of our stories. Federal Capital Territory Administration said it will crush some of the over 130 impounded vehicles that failed integrity tests. Director, Department of Road Traffic Services, Dr. Abdul Latif Bello, stated this after taking newsmen around the impounded vehicles in the various offices in Abuja on Monday. According to him, the vehicles will be subjected to standard verification for registration, roadworthiness, and other checks, adding that those that fail below minimum standards will be crushed. He added that the owners of some of the impounded vehicles will face the mobile court and pay penalties in line with the provisions of the law. The director further said that those arrested based on crimes committed in the guise of commercial operations will be handed over to the police for prosecution. Bello, however, explained that a total of 130 vehicles were impounded in the last 2 weeks during evening raids. President Bola Tinubu has sworn in Olayinka Oladujoye as a Federal Commissioner of National Population Commission. The swearing-in ceremony preceded the commencement of the Federal Executive Council meeting, which is currently ongoing at the Council Chambers of the State House, Abuja. Oladunjoye was a former Commissioner of Education and of Commerce and Cooperatives in Lagos State. She replaced Bimbo Salu Hudeyin, who was recently appointed by the Lagos State government. The oath-taking process of Oladunjoye was also conducted. Meanwhile, the newly sworn-in Federal Commissioner of the MPC, Oladunjoye, pledged to work with all stakeholders, especially in deploying technology to achieve a better data-driven census. Addressing the press following the swearing-in ceremony at the Council Chambers, Commissioner Oladunjoye assured the public of a data-driven census that prioritizes inclusivity and acceptance. Federal Executive Council has approved the adoption of the Orosanye report aimed at the reduction of the cost of governance for implementation. Minister of Information and National Orientation, Muhammad Idris, disclosed this to journalists during a media briefing after the FPC meeting, which was presided by President Bola Tinubu. According to Idris, the adoption of the report means that some agencies, commissions, and departments of government will be scrapped, some merged, while some subsumed under some others, and while others moved under new ministries where they are supposed to perform better. He, however, explained that the adoption of the report did not mean people working in the affected agencies and departments will lose their jobs. Presidential Guard Brigade has been put on high alert following unusual movements leading to the suspicion of a coup plot in Nigeria. It was learned on Sunday that the suspicions prompted emergency meetings involving the commander of the Presidential Guards Brigade, Colonel Adebisi Onosanya, President Bola Tinubu, and the Chief of Staff, Femi Gbajabiamila. Speaking on Atlantic Television Blowout, a socio-political analyst, Fine-Faced Dunamene, frowned at the developments. He blamed the coup incite on insensitive governance and its inability to attain the needs of the masses amidst the hunger and hardship across the country.
It's unfortunate something like this is coming up, and I'm not also surprised that statements of this nature is emanating from some quarters. Putting the presidential guards on alert is something that we long expected. I think this is barely about, a few months, not even up to a year since this government came into office. And I know quite well that about 4 months into the administration, rumors of a coup has been coming and stuff like that because of the way the economy has been managed, the way the president has been going about his leadership and stuff like that. But then I think that the current development may not be coming out of nothing. There could be some people within the system that are nursing the ambition of overthrowing the government of President Bola Tinubu. And if that is what they are planning, to me, I think I would join the army chief to say that that is not the best solution. We cannot roll back on the achievement we've made since 1999 to date. The worst democratic rule or government is better than the best military you can think of. We are talking about enhanced human rights today is because we are running a democracy. If we go into the issue of having a military government in place, then you can see that a lot of things will be happening. We know what happened in the days past when the military was in charge.
He further called on key political gladiators to fully support the current administration of Bola Tinubu to deliver the dividends of democracy to Nigerians.
One of the largest democracies we have in Africa, considering our population. We've also been able to run our governance from 1999 to date, and we've been able to manage our issues. So I think this shouldn't be an exception to what we have had on ground. And we should not interrupt what we have. I believe that those who are thinking of seizing power should rather bring the ideas to Mr. President and then work with him to address the issues we have in the country. And I must tell you, Choma, that it is difficult to say that any group can seize power in Nigeria without the knowledge of Chief of Defense Staff, Chief of Army Staff, Inspector General Police, and Chief of Naval Staff, or even the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps. All those security chiefs, it is difficult for anybody to seize power without their knowledge. And I see the appointment that Mr. President has made so far, right from the time he came to office, being pointed towards the direction of not making anybody to think of coup and being able to succeed. Who is the Chief of Army Staff? Who is the Chief of Defense Staff? Who is the Inspector General Police? They are all men that one way or the other have worked with the president while he was governor.
The House of Representatives said that it will address the pitfalls that led to the failure of the past constitutional amendments in the country by working closely with the executive at the state and federal levels in its constitutional amendment process to ensure the outcome does not suffer the fate of previous exercises. Speaking while inaugurating the House Committee on Constitutional Review, the Speaker of the House, Abbas Tajuddin, acknowledged the pivotal role the executive in the constitutional amendment process, while also saying that the House was also ready to carry the state houses of assembly along in the amendment process. Abbas spoke just as Deputy Speaker and Chairman of the Constitutional Review Committee, Benjamin Kalu, disclosed that the new Nigerian Constitution will be ready within the next 24 months. The Speaker also said that the constitutional review process will be deeply rooted in engaging with the Nigerian people at all levels, including traditional and religious institutions, pressure groups, and trade unions, ethno-religious organizations, the diaspora community, and much more to address critical areas that require amendments in the Constitution. The He said the partnership with the executive stems from recognizing their pivotal role in governance, ensuring that our review process is comprehensive and considers the practical aspects of implementation, adding that in addition, the process will involve state houses of assembly to foster consensus and expedite adoption by states. Abbas added that Nigerians must not shy away from complexities and debate that will arise during the process, but embrace them as vital components of a vibrant democracy, saying that the discussions and disagreements are not signs of weakness, but rather indications of our strength and diversity. They remind us that we are a nation of many voices, each with something valuable to contribute to our collective future. Federal High Court in Abuja on Monday adjourned the trial of Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, until 19th March. Binta Nyako, the judge before whom Kanu is being tried by the Nigerian government for terrorism, fixed the date for commencement of trial. At the adjourned date, the prosecuting lawyer Adeboyega Awomolo promised to call at least two witnesses that day. Awomolo's appearance on Monday is an indication of the federal government's drastic shake-up of its prosecution team. It is the first time an external prosecutor will be leading the federal government's team since the case started in 2015. Kanu's trial resumed on Monday following the Supreme Court's judgment on 15 December 2023. The Supreme Court last December restored Mr. Kanu's trial after setting aside the judgment of the Court of Appeal, freeing the IPOB leader. Kanu is standing trial for terrorism before Binta Nyako of the Federal High Court in Abuja. At the resumed proceedings on Monday, Kanu's lawyer, Aloy Ejimako, argued a fresh application for his client's bail. Ejimako hinged his client's bail request on provisions of the Nigerian Constitution that provides that a defendant is entitled to adequate time and resources to prepare for his defense. Also, the lawyer raised a plethora of issues hampering the effective preparation of the IPOB leader for his defense. He raised concerns about Kanu's deteriorating health condition, urging the judge to release the IPOB leader on bail. But the prosecuting lawyer, Awolowo, disagreed with Ejimako. Awolowo told the judge to dismiss Kanu's bail application and the preliminary objection to the commencement of trial.
Address those issues on the spot. A little disappointment remains that the court could not do a bench ruling on the bail application today. See, our client here has been detained for almost 5 years, counting to when he was detained from 2015 to today. So each extra day he remains in detention is a blight on his right to his liberty. So every lawyer should fight to have him enjoy his bail, be granted bail, so he can enjoy some freedom from this almost 5 years of detention and almost 7 years of being in exile. 3 weeks is not too much, but I would have preferred a bench ruling today.
And this is where we wrap it up on this edition of Government and Public Service Reports on Atlantic Television Network, right here in the city of Port Harcourt. But you can stay connected with us on our ATN socials, Facebook and YouTube, Atlantic Television Network, Instagram and TikTok, Atlantic TV Network 1, X, formerly Twitter, Atlantic TV Net, and watch us live on our website, atlanticnetwork.tv. Peace and unity are the pathways to progress. Thank you for watching. I am Raymond Ken Mbata.
People into the country illegally. That is amazing.
Honorables,
You human
On the point of order.
Honorable Steenhuisen.
On the point of
They are not picking our cause. They made up their minds.
So no agreement with the EU, but